So in regards to Filecoin, that was one that is on my list. I'm a annual subscriber to a premium service called Investor Place. Investor Place did feature them recently as one of the ones to get into. And when it comes to Filecoin, I'll share this right now on my screen for you. So when we go further down in regards to Filecoin specifically, so they're right now at 524. If the market tanks even further down back into the fours, I mean, I might go all in on Filecoin. Filecoin is a very, very safe play. I said I was going to wrap it up. I'll do this one last thing, and I'm going to really wrap it up. So I'm going to show you this particular bonus piece from Investor Place. I'll probably, try to chop this up maybe and make a video out of it, like as a short little news update or whatever in regards to Filecoin. But there's some recent news that came out, very, very bullish to say the least, when it comes to Filecoin. I believe they got the label of the Coca-Cola of crypto. Now, why would they get the label of the Coca-Cola of crypto? Well, it's kind of back to, as the saying goes, Coca-Cola is a safe bet when it comes to specifically stocks, right? So hold on a second. Let me go back. Gosh dang it, I could pull up the wrong thing. Hold on a second. Gotta go to my accounts, my services. So I'll share this. So, this is a premium service. I mean, I do pay for it and so on. No, I'm not paid for them. Why would they pay me if I'm paying for something? Anyway, they posted this on March. They're executing their first round of buys in this boom cycle. They want us, of course, to recognize ETH, right? But look what they mentioned in regards to Filecoin. They want us to basically get into Filecoin up to $7. Like that's the max to get into it. At these particular price levels, as you can see, Filecoin sitting at 523, very, very attractive. For me personally, I'm waiting for more of a pullback. We saw some big things happen today. So, I mean, if this gets down to the fours, I might possibly go all in on Filecoin. When I say all in, I mean, with what I was planning to invest for the month. Because, I mean, I look at Filecoin as being a safe bet both on the short term for swing trading and also for the long term. How we know that? We base it on a lot of things that you see, even on the 1 month. I mean, it's just kind of a healthy chart for the most part. Let's see, on the 1 year. I mean, look at this. It's just kind of held its own. So if you look at the collapse of Terra Luna right here, all right, this is basically right here is the collapse of what was formerly known as Terra Luna before it became Classic. And then for even the longest time, this just on a weekly chart, you could buy this and swing trade on a weekly chart, even on a bi-weekly and a monthly. It's just consistently a good one to be into. Not financial advice. I'm just saying what I'm looking to do personally. I may get it to at this particular price. I don't know, but I got a feeling that maybe we go down below 5. But I want to point this out. And hold on a second. Let me pull that up. So back to this particular page. So it says today's the day where this is back on the 3rd. We're finally going to do our break our drought and issue a new buy alert on crypto for the first time in about a year. This will mark what we believe to be the first of many buying streaks in this new emerging boom cycle for cryptos. I talked about this particular bull run thesis, boom cycle, and so on. I have data. Check out my particular deep dives if you want in the video section, if you choose to do so. They recommend ETH, and so I hold a little bit of ETH. Nothing like monumental, right? I keep a little bit of ETH in store just in case I want to get into, get tempted to get into a meme token project or something like that, something low cap. But anyway, look at what it says about adding Filecoin to the particular portfolio. So I'm going to skip the part in regards to ETH. You can do more in your own deep dive. This show's really gone over 5 hours. My God. But what I want to mention here is a potential huge winner for Filecoin. All right. So it says Filecoin's origins. If you don't know about this stuff, it's good to basically mention this. Filecoin's origins can be traced to 2014 with the invention of the IPFS, or Interplanetary File System, by Juan Bennett, the founder of Protocol Labs. IPFS is a peer-to-peer network protocol designed to allow users to store and share files in a distributed and decentralized manner. Now, you got to keep in mind, when I got into some of these file-based coins, I decided to go all in with BTT. Why did I do that? Well, at that particular time, this is like, I don't know, summer of 2021. You got to keep in mind, I came into crypto altcoins January of 2021. So I'm still fairly new to a lot of this stuff. And I looked at, BTT as being like, which is called BitTorrent, as being like, I could buy a whole bunch of this for very, very little. Hence why a lot of people get into Shiba Inu and so on. Oh man, 5 zeros in the number, this is amazing. And if it goes to a penny, oh my God, right? Yeah, I get it. Kind of the same type of attitude, and applied it towards these file type coins, right? So anyway, getting back to the subject, in regards to IPFS, it's designed to allow users to store and share files and distribute in a decentralized manner. Sorry if I read that again. It works by breaking files into smaller pieces. This is what separates the discussion of Filecoin compared to other projects like BitTorrent and so on, which are then stored across multiple nodes on the network. This makes it more resilient to censorship, as files can be accessed even if certain nodes or servers are down or offline. It's a genius idea, but like it mentions right here, let me just double check my settings. The problem is that with IPFS, that no one was incentivized to maintain storage due to the cost of that storage, namely electricity cost, right? That exists with Bitcoin. Anything that's proof of work, this is going to be a problem. Now with Filecoin, they were essentially launched to add an underlying incentive structure to IPFS and make it work at scale. Now that was really big in itself. And of course, in previous years, and let me show you what I'm talking about here. This was big because the reason why this was big, if you look at the all-time highs for Filecoin, you do see that back on, April of 2021, this went up to 184, close to $184 per coin. Now, keep in mind, you also saw BitTorrent go up to all-time highs at that particular time too. Not even close to, anything significant like $1. It was like literally change, right? But the point was, all these ones that had to do with like file storage data and so on, they all shined during that particular time. All right, so I didn't get a chance to show you that. So here's that particular one. See, 185. So even before that, I mean, back in July 2020, this was up as high as $20. But man, 2021 really stood out, and it stood out for a lot of particular cryptos. Now, if you understand these particular 4-year cycles, understand that we are at the beginning, even when there's a lot of doom and gloom going on, we're still at the very beginning of, in my opinion, a bull run. I know I'm in the minority stating that. Check out my particular bull run thesis, part 6, in the video section that outlines that. And I actually show you real data. I'm going to get back to this particular one because this is good stuff if you're wondering about Filecoin. So yes, it was a genius idea, but Filecoin was essentially launched to add an underlying incentive structure to the IPFS to make it work at scale. Several firms today are using or exploring the use of Filecoin for various purposes, including the Internet Archive, UC Berkeley, AMD, right? AMD is basically used, for processors and so on, right? I remember my first gaming rig, right? It had an AMD Athlon Barton 2500. I was so proud of that thing. And that thing kicked the butt of any Pentium 4 at the time. But anyway, Seagate, OpenSea, Zero, Mirror, Zora, Texile, Arweave. Some of you guys are saying, Max, research Arweave. Maybe I need to if it's mentioned here. NFT storage, and even ChainSafe. The reason we are super bullish, they as an investor place, on Filecoin as a great, quote, first buy in this new boom cycle is because this is a high value add project led by a stellar team. No pun intended, not related to, XLM. And with a long track record of operational success, that's a winning recipe for crypto in this new boom cycle, where we believe established, trusted, respected cryptos will lead the way. Filecoin has all 3 of those attributes. Very, very bullish to even read that, right? I know this is a lot of it's verbatim, but that's the way I look at it as well. I've been following Filecoin for the longest time. I talk about it on the show quite often. Talk about some of the other ones like ALI and so on. But Filecoin, I always mention like, man, I'm really on the fence going like all in on particular, like Filecoin and so on. So they at Investor Place think that Filecoin has one of the lowest risk profiles in the entire crypto universe. And let's face it, when you saw some of this news going on right now with Circle, you need to hear some kind of news in regards to like All right, I need something that's kind of low risk but high return. All right, with what, yeah, like it says, lowest risk profiles in the entire crypto universe with one of the highest upside potentials. That's why they're buying the coin today. They did. Here's some of their final thoughts. While today marks the first time that they're buying cryptos in this new boom cycle, it won't be the last. They're happy, of course, to add ETH. I know we did talk about that in Filecoin to their portfolios. They'd be happier to add even more cryptos as this boom cycle gains traction and the crypto investment thesis gets de-risked. And it says until then, basically buy Filecoin up to 7. That's the limit that they have. And currently speaking, when we look more into it, I mean, I'll just remind you guys. I didn't share that tab. My bad. So here's what I was talking about, in regards to all that, potential huge winner in Filecoin. Sorry about that. But jumping back, here it is. And like you see right here, I mean, it's sitting at 509. So, I mean, I think it's very well possible this will drop below 5. And, this is a real winner. But there's a lot of ones that I'm really looking closely at. Looking at this very, very closely.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have not yet subscribed, do yourself a favor and subscribe for more information on the ISO 222 compliant tokens, and hit the notification bell to make sure that you are aware of the new videos when they come up. Max and I cover these ISOs, and we also have a live show every single night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you tune in for that. You won't want to miss it. Thanks again, and we will see you on the next video.